I've got a magic wardrobe that suits the way it's shrunk. Very enjoyable. It's only a snippet of what we've actually done this year. I'm really proud. And, it's a wonderful event. Maybe they should have found some more pictures, but I did offer to. I did offer to bring. Actually, no, I'm not very good at singing. I did actually offer to bring the flyweight displays and a video of the Cunard line the other evening. That lasted for 10 minutes to give everybody good relief. Quite interesting, the music that was played along to it. Very poignant because we were actually facing the Wirral Peninsula, and part of the music was from the film Black Pearl. I thought it was a very good, very given the history of the sculpture that was made by local artists.
Councillors, my sheriff, ladies and gentlemen, please be standing for the round Wirral, Dr. Steve House. Go! God, sit!
Councillor Stephen Clarks, having been elected Mayor of the Metropolitan Borough of Wirral, declare that I take office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code as to conduct which was expected of members of the council. Thank you.
Sorry, hang on. I'm doing that. Please be seated. It works. Well, I'd just like to say that many councillors, and this is a tribute to former mayors, particularly Jerry Ellis, who gave me this opening gambit, which was when some councillors suggested I end up in something long and flowing. Some of them meant the River Mersey and not the Mayor's Road. And that was my tribute to Jerry's. Before I do make my acceptance speech though, I think I must place on record my gratitude and thanks to Dave and Sue for the friendship that they've given me in the last 13 months, the guidance and just the thoroughly fantastic job they have done on behalf of the people of Wirral. They've been an absolute credit to themselves and their borough. So let's hear it from them. Really hard act to follow, but I think you've earned a good long rest, so have a good rest and a good holiday and enjoy. I'll also pass on my condolences to Kate Wood's family, and I will be attending Kate's funeral on Wednesday. Sad way to start the evening, however. I will accept the office. I'd have loved a unanimous vote. I've accepted office on a majority vote, and I've lost office, quite sadly at times, on a majority vote. So I will be accepting the office tonight. I'd like to thank my group and my leader, Phil, for the nomination and the fantastic speech he gave, if not a little too revealing about my former name as Mad Max. That won't go down very well, but you'd asked for an in-depth interview and you got one, so thank you very much. I'd really like to place on record now, while I've got the chance, is my employer, Unilever. Been very supportive of me over a number of years as a politician, as a community-minded company. That they have been really supportive, and I have to place on record thanks to them. I'd like to say special thanks, because this is the second time George gets a mention tonight. I came into politics as George's agent when we won Clawton, and he's been a real close friend ever since. In fact, I refer to him as my other brother sometimes. We've been that close at times, and he's been a stalwart. My other ward colleague, Denise Roberts, who has really been greatly supportive to us. And well, more importantly, and that's what it's all about, is the people of Clawton who have voted for me on a regular basis and returned me to office over 24 years. I'd like to thank them. So, what a really great venue for this, what to me is a very special occasion, of course, but it is a special occasion for the people of Wirral. A great venue, a new look, New Brighton. This is at the heart of New Brighton. A development that was done and developed and delivered in the teeth of a recession. And I think it just shows what Wirral people can do, what Wirral Council can do, if it is of one mind, if it has a vision, if it has a course. Just go out there tonight if you get a chance in the early evening and see how much we've achieved in those circumstances, bringing new life and new jobs, and I hope we can do more of that in the future. Actually, we were quite lucky to get in here tonight. I don't know whether you noticed the sign on the way in. Clairvoyance evening, cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. I don't know whether you spotted that on the way in. See, Phil wasn't lying. You've heard a little bit about my background, and you know, it is character building, and I do hope when I get out there and talk to people, I will describe how poor we were. We were poor. I'm not ashamed of that. In fact, we were so poor that all our clothes had to be bought from the Army and Navy surplus store. No, it's tough. You try going to school dressed as a Japanese rear admiral, I can tell you, it's not easy. And it was a big family, you know, we had to scrap over food and things like that. And actually, my real name should have been Tuesday. Because when I was born, Dad looked at Mum and said, let's call it a day, love. Actually, Elaine jokes, because I haven't got a middle name, Elaine jokes and says, you know, by the time I was born, she'd run out of names, so he couldn't give me a middle name. But as Phil said, our council house, which I'm always grateful for, a little bit crowded, but loving. And this is where let me go a bit. It's not a day passes really, though. I think about my mum and dad, and Eric and Gladys, and I just hope that they are really, really proud of what I've achieved and what I've done today. And I miss them. Not a day goes by without a thought for them. But that's my emotional bit over it, I suppose. Right. My mayoress will be my beautiful fiancée Elaine, who I love dearly. And dearly being the operative word, because of the cost of our last outfit, I tell you, it's not going to be easy. But a few years from here, and it's been tough, there's no doubt about it. You know, politically, you put your head above the parapet, times get tough, and it has felt like I've been besieged at times. And I actually don't think I could have coped with those tough years without Elaine by my side, and I thank her very much for that. Elaine's a hard-working mum with two lovely children, Jack and Molly. You've seen Molly already, who have become my best mates, and during difficult times, they've shown a maturity in themselves and a friendship to me that is a credit to them and should be an example to everybody in this room. I've got to give Jack a special mention. He's chomping at the bit to go because he's got 2 A-levels tomorrow and he really wants to get on and revise, but he's taking time out, and good luck tomorrow, mate, with those exams. If you haven't heard, it's open news now. Me and Elaine have named the date. We're going to be married on August the 17th, 2015. Okay? I'm sorry, Councillor Blakely, but the best man's job has already been allocated. So, after our mayoral year, we will be married, and what an exciting year it promises to be. The return of the Open and the International Business Festival, just for 2 as an example of this borough with a real chance, a real opportunity to promote itself and put its best foot forward. Mayors are supposed to sort of pick themes. I've had a little think about what we should be doing. So as mayor, I've selected one theme, which is Wirral, a place to do business. We can't latch on to the Golf Open and all the other investment that's going on. At last we will see some work taking place on the 12 Keys site. If this is not the greatest opportunity we'll ever have to entice new business into the borough, I don't know what is. So the Mayor's office, including the Deputy, we will be there ready, willing and able to meet, greet, do whatever's necessary to entice businesses into this borough. That's a pledge I will make as part of the year. The other sort of theme is councillors count. Not that some can't count, but councillors count. I remember when we had the electronic voting system, we certainly couldn't count them. But I remember, I've always thought that no one ever speaks up for councillors. You know, they're misunderstood, maligned, not really appreciating what they do. And having been in virtually every role that there's possible to be as a councillor, I do actually think they need someone to just champion them. And all it will be, as part of the theme of the year, is explaining the role, the job they do. But don't forget what councillors have. They have an electoral mandate, which very few people have. They are actually able to speak with authority for the very diverse communities we have within the borough. So I will be championing the role of councillors as best as I can during that year. And the last theme is a very simple one. It's just about saying thank you. There are so many great organisations, as Dave, former mayor, talk about. So many people around, so many organisations, our own staff faced with daily change in what they do, who basically get on with it. And sometimes people say to me, all I need is someone to come around and say, thanks, you're doing a great job, thanks for what you're doing. It's appreciated, someone else has recognised it. So if you know out there organisations that have not yet been thanked or met the mayor or had someone to come around and just say, well done, thank you very much, we will go around there and we will do that job. Just simply to say thank you is often all they need. You'll be glad to know, as you can see some eyes rolling, that we're coming towards the end. The best part though of becoming mayor is the charities that you can sponsor and look after. We'll be supporting 3 charities, although we've had lots of charities who've applied to be the Mayor's charity. We have decided on 3. And what this facility has allowed us to do today is to actually play a video so they can tell you about their charities rather than me droning on. So I think we're about ready to play the charities video. We can do that for us. Thank you. The Mayor's Special Charity Fund has been supporting good causes for over 40 years. In that time, it's helped a huge variety of projects and touched the lives of many thousands of local people. Here is a few words from our causes that the charity will be funding this year.
Learning through which children with cerebral palsy gain confidence, push the boundaries of their disability, and strive to be as independent as possible. Working with our dedicated staff, our children learn to do everyday tasks that most people take for granted, such as holding a cup or standing up from a chair. A group of parents of children with cerebral palsy formed our charity in 2002. They chose the name Stick and Step because that is how children are taught to walk with sticks. They're told to stick, then step. Over the years, we have helped hundreds of children achieve goals their parents never thought possible, from sitting up, to dressing themselves, to walking unassisted. Some of our original children have now gone on to college and university. This is a huge accomplishment for these children who had such a tough start to their lives. Their parents were told so many things that they would never be able to do. Never be able to walk, never read, never go to mainstream school. At Stick and Step, we never say never, we always say let us try. We are delighted that you have chosen us as one of your charities this year. You're helping children with cerebral palsy achieve the greatest independence possible, step by step. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Is one of the largest network cancer centres in the UK. From 9 operating sites across Merseyside and Cheshire, we treat over 30,000 patients a year, offering pioneering chemotherapy, radiotherapy and proton therapy treatments. The incidence of cancer is increasing, and our region has the highest cancer death rate in the UK, meaning there are so many of us who have been touched by cancer and whose families have benefited from the care given by our dedicated team. It's thanks to your support that we can help to make the hospital such a special place, helping our patients, young and old, get the best possible care. By choosing to raise money for the Clatterbridge Cancer Charity, you'll be helping to fund pioneering research, new treatments and vital support services that may be otherwise unavailable, ranging from the latest innovations to how we treat cancer to the special touches that mean so much to our patients. For thousands of patients in the coming year who will hear the words, "You've got cancer," and come to us for treatment. And on behalf of our team here at the Clatterbridge Cancer Centre, I'd like to say thank you for your support. You are really helping to make a difference and change lives.
The Wirral Food Bank, which has been running for 3 years, is one of 380 food banks across the country run by the Trussell Trust. 13 million people live below the poverty line in the UK, and today and every day, people on Wirral will be struggling to feed themselves and their families because of redundancy, illness, benefit delay, unexpected bills, domestic violence, debt, family breakdown and high fuel bills. Last year, Wirral Food Bank fed and supported over 12,000 local people, 4,500 of these are children. The food bank provides a minimum of 3 days emergency food and help for people experiencing financial crisis. All food is donated by the public and sorted by volunteers. Frontline professionals such as the Citizen Advice Bureau, one-stop shops, children's centres, etc. identify people in crisis and issue the food vouchers. Clients receive 3 days of nutritionally balanced, non-perishable food in exchange for their food voucher from one of our 14 distribution centres across the world, where the volunteers take time to listen, chat and signpost clients to other organisations which may be able to help and give advice. Food banks help to prevent crime, housing loss, family breakdown and mental health problems, so a simple bag of food can make a really big difference. Our motto is restoring dignity and reviving hope. That's what we try to do. On behalf of the Wirral Food Bank and everyone we help, thank you for supporting us this year.
TV but wait on you. Right, I do hope to see all of you, lots of you, at the various charity dues we'll be doing. I do hope people do support these 3 great charities. I don't think there's anyone can argue that they all do a great job in their own right, but I was glad that they could tell you about their charities. There are representatives of charities here tonight, and I'm hoping they'll circulate. They have an open door policy if you want to go and visit individually. We've been to Stick and Step a couple of times and we just fell in love with the place. Fantastic work we do. Cancer touches all our lives, our families, everybody, and we need to fight back against that. And the food bank, we just think seriously, we're all only maybe a couple of wage packets, a nasty accident away from being in some sort of financial crisis, and that needs someone to be there when you need it. You know the churches are very involved. We're nearly there, folks. Don't worry. I just want to do a little bit about the way I want to run the council meetings. We've then got a little bit from a video which is hot off the press, but I'll first of all just say, Elaine and I are humbled and honoured for the office that you've bestowed upon us. I'll do my utmost to be fair, impartial, and I know I'll be tested and scrutinised to the nth degree. And I will take Kate Wood's advice, who we met in March when she looked remarkably well in that lovely Irish lilt. She said, "Don't matter what they do, son, don't ever lose your temper," and I'll try to do that as well. I want council meetings to be a place where people are listened to, where we discuss policies, not personalities, and I want respect for every single member, irrespective of their viewpoint. And that's the way I want to see the council run when I'm chairing. So, we have hot off the press, and literally this is hot off the press. It was informed this afternoon that we were allowed to show the video, which is going to be the promo video for the Golf Open. So we can run that first, and then we're nearly there and we'll finish off. Thank you.
Somewhere waiting for me.
Passing Street on there. Right, just to say, final few thank yous. Can I just thank our beautiful flower girls, Molly and Olivia, for the job they've done for us. Thank you very much. The Mayor's Office, Ken, Sue, Nick, Sonia, Carl and Paul, thank you for all the efforts you've put in. I know you've worked extremely hard to get. Shirley for member services and Tony for his excellent work on the promo videos. I think it's been an excellent evening. I think it's been an excellent venue. I want to thank all the staff here in anticipation of them looking after us tonight, and all the volunteers. There's lots of volunteers here working for no money whatsoever on behalf of the council because they care. I hope everyone has a really enjoyable rest of the evening. Enjoy the venue. Please come back and use it again. Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, next business is the appointment of the Deputy Civic Mayor.
Okay, may I have nominations for the office of Deputy Civic Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Can I move that Councillor Les Rowland be appointed Deputy Civic Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to formally second Councillor Rowlands as for the office of Deputy Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, are there any more nominations? Okay, I therefore declare Councillor Les Rowlands is hereby appointed Deputy Civic Mayor of the Metropolitan Borough of Wirral. Congratulations.
I now invite Councillor Rowlands to make his declaration and acceptance of office.
I, Councillor Les Rowlands, having been elected to office as Deputy Mayor of the Metropolitan Borough of Wirral, declare that I take office upon myself, and I will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code as to the code of conduct which is expected of members of the Metropolitan Borough of Wirral.
This meeting will now stand adjourned until 6:15 on Monday the 9th of June 2014, when we do all the boring bits of selecting committees, etc. So thanks for your attendance. We'll